Donovan Mitchell's fiery start to his Cleveland career has been incredible. We love how he's coming into his own in Cleveland and even in the MVP discussions. The Cavaliers front office would tell you they all knew this when they went all out for him in the summer, and they wouldn't be wrong. In today's video, we'll look at their move for Mitchell and his extraordinary start matching a statistic only Kareem Abdul-Jabbar could match. Let's begin. First up, a window of opportunity to get Mitchell.
And they'll slowly creep back into this ball game now.
Mitchell right to the basket as Mitchell tore in from the left wing side.
If not for Ricky Rubio joining the Cavaliers in the summer, we might not have had Mitchell move there either, and it seems he was already registering assists as Kobe Altman. The Cavs president of basketball operations asked him about Donovan Mitchell. The two had shared a backcourt in Utah from 2017 to 2019, and Rubio's advice was, go for it, no hesitation. None was shown by Altman or the Cavaliers either, as suddenly the deal was advanced out of absolutely nothing. It was certainly a long shot at first, but as soon as Altman told the rest of the organization, their response made it obvious that this would send shockwaves in the conference too. Darius Garland received a call from Altman directly during his workout, and the call ended with Garland running and screaming around the gym. Kevin Love was on FaceTime immediately with Mitchell, and Jarrett Allen was woken up to a text that simply read Donovan Mitchell. Talk about being in a good spot, and it's hardly a surprise because this is the first time the Cavs had done something this big since LeBron James was recruited, and it was going to lift the organization. And boy, are they lifted. Adding to that, what went wrong for the Knicks?
Okay, I'm on the Knicks. Like I'm going to New York. I'm building a house back home.
Well, it's all worked out extremely well for the Cavaliers. Let's not pretend that the outright favorites to land Donovan Mitchell were the New York Knicks. Mitchell's a New Yorker, and he's never concealed his love for the Knicks. When the Utah Jazz made it clear that they were entertaining offers for Mitchell, most of the league stayed away from the deal because they knew the 26-year-old was going to New York. Heck, it wasn't just the franchises. Mitchell had his heart set on a return to New York, and his agent was also working overtime to make it happen. It made complete sense. The Knicks needed a star who better than a young Mitchell about to hit his prime. So what went wrong for the Knicks? Was their offer not good enough for the Jazz? Did the Cavs outbid the Knicks for Mitchell? The answer, surprisingly, is no. The Knicks front office was on the phone with Jazz immediately. Their offer was also pretty decent for the Jazz not to consider, but the sticking point in the deal was no one other than Danny Ainge, the Utah Jazz executive. It was revealed after the deal was completed that Ainge was never on board with letting Mitchell go to the Knicks. He decided he'd much rather entertain a less attractive package for the superstar than to do business with the New York-based franchise. It was staggering. On to Mitchell's reaction.
Eventually, the Cavs are going to take control of this one. Donovan Mitchell, my goodness, all those fakes. Gets right to the front of.
Like every NBA fan, Mitchell knew he'd be playing basketball for the Knicks before the new season got underway. It was the perfect arrangement, and he explained how he went to bed one night thinking he was off to the Knicks and how he needed to sort out the situation in terms of his home in New York. Unfortunately for the Knicks and Mitchell, he woke up to his agent telling him that a deal had been done with the Cavaliers and he'll be playing in Cleveland. It was a shock for the lifelong Knicks fan, but he jumped at the prospect. Everyone knows that the Cavs rebuild has been one of the more impressive ones in the league, and what better than getting someone like Mitchell to lead the line? And when the trade was finalized, Mitchell was reportedly on a golf course. He screamed as soon as he got the news of the trade being completed. Then why wouldn't he? Mitchell got the news that none of Kevin Love, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, or Jarrett Allen was part of the trade, and he immediately knew that something special was cooking in Cleveland. His excitement was paramount, and it certainly gave out a warning to the rest of the league as well, because the Cavs aren't thinking about making the playoffs this season. They're interested in going all the way, and you better believe they can do it because they've got an unreal roster in Cleveland, and Mitchell seems unstoppable. Up next, expectations from the Cavs regarding Mitchell.
In the corner, back it goes to Melton. Melton knifes to the basket. No, deals to Harris. That's rejected by Mitchell.
The Cavs have a lot of expectations from Donovan Mitchell, but it's also a win-win situation for both parties involved. Mitchell was the sixth most used player last season behind only the likes of Luka Doncic, Joel Embiid, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Trae Young, and Ja Morant, and also got the Jazz to become the #1 offense in the NBA. That means the Cavs can expect great things from Mitchell, but their expectations from the superstar are about his defensive capabilities more than his offensive ones. He's a great player, and he'll have Garland, LeVert, Love, Allen, and Rubio's support once he returns from injury. That's more offensive help than he's ever gotten, and Mitchell will be very thankful for it. So if he can also contribute on the other side of the court, then the Cavs can certainly dream big. At the same time, there's also hope that one of Garland or Mitchell will always be on the floor. The way he started the season, he's among one of the highest point getters, which will only improve throughout the season. Moving on, Mitchell's great start to the season.
Strong upper body right there. He's not knocked off of his pace and knocked off of his route. and still get.
Donovan Mitchell's great performances haven't gone unnoticed this season. His start to the season has been so fantastic that he's averaging 32.6 points per game to start the season, and that's something no one else in the history of the NBA has done in their first 6 games with a franchise, except for Wilt Chamberlain, who did it back in 1959. Do you know how crazy that is? It's insane, because everyone takes time to settle when joining a new team, but the way Spida has started his campaign with the Cavaliers, it feels that he's been a Cav throughout his whole life. His all-around performance against the Lakers was probably the cherry on top. Imagine entering the pitch against your hero, LeBron James, and coming up with those numbers. It's insane. Mitchell scored a basket every time he attacked in the first half, and boy, it was impressive. Also, the Cavs are in fine form.
Yes, sir, baby.
Given the insane run of form that Mitchell finds himself in, the Cavs are championship-bound, many would say. The likes of Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, Jarrett Allen, and Kevin Love were already fantastic, but now the addition of Donovan Mitchell has been one that could genuinely turn them into a championship side. They've become effective on both ends of the court, and Mitchell seems to be someone who'll get a bucket every time he goes on the offensive, and the Cavs fans couldn't be any happier. Since the departure of LeBron James, the franchise is ready to mount another challenge for the championship. They're even second in the Eastern Conference ahead of the Boston Celtics. That's a very promising start, and it's not surprising. The franchise also has big aims and expectations about their chances of winning the lot. Mobley and Allen acting as the defensive anchors, and Garland and Mitchell taking on the offensive responsibilities had made them very confident in challenging for the title. They want to go all the way, and they certainly can. Lastly, can Mitchell win the MVP?
That's the attack you have to score. Going down the floor, a little Euro step.
Genuinely speaking, there's no reason why Donovan Mitchell can't win the MVP this year. After that kind of start, he'll also be backing himself. Just look at his statistics from the start of the season, and that's the biggest indication that he's already attracting MVP attention. So far this season, he's averaging 31.2 points per game, and has a phenomenal shooting percentage to go along with it. Over 50% in the field goals and over 45% in three-point shooting. Spida is coming up with 4.1 rebounds and 6 assists per game, and his defensive contributions have been even more impressive if we're honest. 1.3 steals and 0.7 blocks per game are decent numbers, and he's going to keep on doing that because he's got the franchise's support too. Most importantly, Mitchell will get plenty of opportunities to rest because of this insane roster that the Cavs have, which will boost his chances of making it to the MVP discussions until the end of the season. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think that having Donovan Mitchell with the franchise makes the Cavs true contenders for the NBA championship? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one.